Well, good morning, everyone. This is my absolute favorite time of day in the desert. Those moments before sunrise when there's a little bit of a glow on the eastern horizon there. And the mountains to the west, they start to get this little bit of a warm light on them. But it's really calm today. I was checking the weather forecast and showed that there's a chance of clouds starting around 3 p.m. or so. And so if that happens, it means that I have a particular shot in mind. It's a scene I found on my first day here, not too far from where I am right now. And it doesn't need clouds, but it could certainly benefit from them. So that is what I plan on doing toward the end of the day. But there's a lot of time between now and then. So plan on doing some exploring, taking it easy, because those are the three main phases I have on these trips. Shooting, exploring, and then relaxing a little bit. Yesterday I did 32,000 steps, which is a lot. So I definitely could take a little time to relax. But I got my tea going, got my breakfast, and it's enjoying this wonderful, calm time of day. And it's nice not to have the pressure to, try to shoot every sunrise and every sunset. So we'll see what happens with the clouds, but if I can shoot that subject this afternoon, that'd be awesome. Until then, I'm just going to enjoy my time here, taking in a sunrise. Well, I was driving along the road and saw something interesting off in the distance, so I decided to park and make my way over to it. One of the things that's interesting about the desert is you'll see something a little ways off, but it's usually about twice as far away as you think it is. So I've been walking for a ways now. I'm actually getting pretty close to it now. So if you see back behind me here, these interesting hills of all this sediment with some interesting colors and textures. And subjects like this work pretty well with slide film, just because slide film has pretty high contrast, so it'll work with low contrast scenes quite nicely. But it's all in shade right now, even though the sun's gonna poke over the mountains pretty soon. But I figured I'd hike over here, do a little exploring, and see if I can find any interesting subjects to work with, whether it's on this trip or next trip. But the cool thing about Death Valley is it's all very accessible. If you see something, you can make your way over to it, even though sometimes it definitely takes a while. But I'm curious to see what I'll find as I climb up the hill here. Well, I didn't find anything in particular that I was interested in photographing. It was a really cool area. It was cool to check out. I'm gonna head back to my truck now and drive around a little bit and investigate some other areas I have in mind too. There's just a couple tiny little clouds up in the sky right now. So it would certainly be nice if the weather report is accurate and if they do in fact build in closer to sunset. Not too many, but just enough to give a little variety to the sky. We'll see on that though. But now, back to my truck. Well, it's now the late afternoon transitioning to evening. Got another couple hours or so till sunset. But I found this really cool composition. Actually, this is one I found on the first day here. All the rocks there, the mountains in the background, all these angles in the foreground. And I set up a composition with my normal lens. And there's a good chance there could be some clouds in the background too, which is nice. But perhaps the greatest thing about this composition is that, there's my truck right there. So I am literally within a stone's throw of my truck end of the road here. So after walking so far yesterday, 32,000 steps, I think it's good to take it easy a little bit. So we'll see what happens. I hope the wind stays calm. That would definitely be important. And even if there's no clouds, I think just the
the Earth's shadow rising back behind the mountains would be kind of cool. I'm really curious how this is going to look if I have conditions that are pretty decent. So we'll see on that, but I'm pretty excited about this, and it'd be awesome to expose a little more film today.
Large format is a slow and deliberate process. One must make decisions ahead of the light, then stick with those decisions as the evening unfolds. I exposed a sheet of Provia 100F as the foreground swept into shadow, and used a 2-stop soft grad to balance the overall exposure. It was great to expose the film, though I felt the best light was yet to come. As the evening progressed, the clouds drifted beyond reach, but I stuck with my composition and exposed several more sheets of film. I love the calm of twilight and how the harsh desert is transformed by this soft dimensional light. After packing my gear, I returned to my truck with an overall sense of gratitude, and I look forward to a hot meal back at camp. Provia 100F handled this scene very well, but it wasn't the blue hour shot I like best. I prefer the bold light and color contrast of the photo earlier that evening, and especially the area where the jagged boulders meet the warm mountain. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.
If you enjoy this ad-free and clickbait-free content and want to help me live my dream, a voluntary contribution of just $24 a year helps keep my gas tank full and my film freezer stocked. For more information on how to support me and my work, please visit the donation section of my website at benhorn.com/donate. I also have prints in my portfolio box set available on my website. You can find a direct link down below in the show notes. Thanks in advance for your support.